The king, he is hunting the deer. I am coursing myself. They have pitched a toil. I am toiling in a pitch that defile, a foul word. Well, set thee down, sorrow. For so they say the fool said, and so say I, and I the fool, well-proved wit. By the Lord, this love is as mad as Ajax. It kills sheep, it kills me, I a sheep. Well proved again on my side. I will not love if I do hang me, if faith I will not. But her eye by this light, but for her eye I would not love her, yes, for her 2 eyes. Well, I do nothing in the world but lie and lie in my throat. By heaven I do love, and it hath taught me to rhyme and to be melancholy. And here is part of my rhyme, and here my melancholy. Well, she hath one of my sonnets already. The clown bore it, the fool sent it, and the lady hath it. Sweet clown, sweeter fool, sweetest lady, by the world, I would not care a pin if the other 3 were in. Here comes one with a paper. God give him grace to crown. Ay me. Shot by heaven, proceed, sweet Cupid. Thou hast thumped him with thy bird bolt under the left pap in faith secrets. So sweet a kiss the golden sun gives not to those fresh morning drops upon the rose, as thy eye beams when their fresh rays have smote the night of dew that on my cheeks down flows, nor shines the silver moon one half so bright through the transparent bosom of the deep, as doth thy face through tears of mine give light. Thou shinest in every tear that I do weep. No drop but as a coach doth carry thee, so ridest thou triumphing in my woe. Do but behold the tears that swell in me, and that they thy glory through my grief will show. But do not love thyself, then thou wilt keep my tears for glasses, and still make me weep. O Queen of Queens, how far dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. How shall she know my griefs? I'll drop the paper, sweet leaves shade folly. Who is he comes here? What Longueville and reading, listen ear. Now in thy likeness one more fool appear. Ay me, I'm forsworn. Why, he comes in like a purger wearing papers. In love, I hope, sweet fellowship and shame. One drunkard loves another of the name. I am the first that have been perjured so. I could put thee in comfort, not by 2 that I know. Thou makest the triumvirate the corner cap of society, the shapes of love that hangs up simplicity. I fear these stubborn lines lack power to move. O sweet Maria, empress of my love, these numbers will I tear and write in prose. O rhymes and gods on wanton Cupid's hose, disfigure not his shop. This same shall go. Did not the heavenly rhetoric of thine eye, against whom the world cannot hold argument, persuade my heart to this false perjury? Vows for thee broke deserve not punishment. A woman I forswore, but I will prove. Thou being a goddess, I forswore not thee. My vow was earthly, thou a heavenly love. Thy grace, being gained, cures all disgrace in me. Vows are but breath, and breath a vapor is. Then thou, fair sun, which on my earth dost shine, exhalest this vapor vow, and thee it is. If broken, then it is no fault of mine. If by me broke, what fool it is not so wise to lose an oath to win a paradise. This is the liver vein which makes flesh a deity, a great goose a goddess, pure idolatry. God amend us, God amend. We are much out of the way. By whom shall I send this? Company? Stay? All hid, an old infant play like a demigod here sit in the sky. Unwretched fool's secrets heedfully o'er I. More sacks to the mill, O heavens, I have my wish, domain transformed, 4 woodcocks in a dish. O most divine Kate, O most profane coxcomb! By heaven, the wonder in a mortal eye! By earth she is not corporal, there you lie. Her amber hairs for foul hair hath amber quoted. An amber-colored raven was well noted, as upright as the cedar. Stoop, I say, her shoulders with child. As fair as day, aye, as some days, but then no sun must shine. Oh, that I had my wish, and I had mine. And mine too, good Lord. Amen, so I had mine, is not that a good word? I would forget her, but a fever she reigns in my blood, and will remember to be. A fever in your blood, why then incision would let her out in sauces, sweet Miss Prison. Once more I'll read the ode that I have writ. Once more I'll mark how love can vary wit. On a day, alack the day, love, whose month is ever May, spied a blossom passing fair, playing in the wanton air. Through the velvet leaves the wind, and all unseen can passage find that the lover, sick to death, wished himself the heaven's breath. Ere, quoth he, thy cheeks may blow, ere would I might triumph so. But alack, my hand is sworn, ne'er to pluck thee from thy thorn. Vow, alack, for youth unmeet, you so apt to pluck a sweet. Do not call it sin in me that I am forsworn for thee, thou for whom Jove would swear. Juno and Aethiop were, and deny himself for Jove, turning mortal for thy love. This will I send, and something else more plain, that shall express my true love's fasting pain. Oh, would the king Brown and Longaville, would lovers too, I'll to example ill, would from my forehead wipe a perjured note, for none offend where all alike do dote. Dumaine, thy love is far from charity, that in love's grief desirous society you may look pale, but I should blush, I know, to be o'erheard and taken napping so. Come, sir, you blush, as his, your case is such, you chide at him, offending twice as much. You do not love Maria Longaville, did not sonnet for her sake compile, nor never lay his wreathed arms athwart his loving bosom to keep down his heart. I have been closely shrouded in this bush, and marked you both, and for you both did blush. I heard your guilty rhymes, observed your fashions, or sighs reeked from you, noted well your passion. I, me, says one, oh Jove, the other cries. One, her hairs were glad crystal, the other's eyes. You would for paradise break faith and troth.
Don't even library. There's the two
And
things
Jove,
I say in there.
for your love, would infringe an oath. What will Brown say when that he shall hear faith infringed? Which such zeal did swear, how will he scorn, how will he spend his wit? How will he triumph, leap, and laugh at it? For all the wealth that ever I did see, I would not have him know so much by me. Now step I forth to whip hypocrisy. Good my liege, I pray thee, pardon me, good heart, what grace hast thou thus to reprove these worms for loving thou that art most in love? Your eyes do make no coaches in your tears, there is no certain princess that appears. You'll not be perjured, 'tis a hateful thing, tush none but minstrels like of sonneting. But are you not ashamed, nay, are you not, of all three of you to be thus much o'ershot? You found his mote, the king your mote did see, but I'm a beeb to find in each of three. And what a scene of foolery have I seen, of sighs, of groans, of sorrow, and of teen. Oh me, and what strict patience have I sat to see a king transformed into a gnat, to see great Hercules whipping a gig, and profound Solomon to tune a jig, and Nestor play at pushpin with the boys, and critic Timon laugh at idle toys. Where lies thy grief, oh tell me, good Dumaine, and gentle Longaville, where lies thy pain, and where my lieges all about breast and caudal hoe? 'Tis bitter is thy jest, and we betrayed thus to thy overview. Not you to me, but I betrayed by you. I that am honest, I that hold it sin, to break the vow I am engaged in, and betrayed by keeping company with men like you, men of inconsistency. When shall you see me write a thing in rhyme, or groan for Joan, or spend a minute's time in pruning me? When shall you hear that I will praise a hand, a foot, a face, an eye, a gait, a state, a brow, a breast, a waist, a leg, a limb? Soft wither away so fast, a true man or a thief that gallops so? I post from love, good lover, let me go. God bless the king. What present hast thou there? Some certain treason. What makes treason here? Nay, it makes nothing, sir. If it mar nothing neither, the treason and you go in peace away together. I beseech your grace that this letter to be read. Our person misdoubts it 'twas treason he said. Brown, read it over. Where hadst thou it? Of Costard. Where hadst thou it? Of Dun Adramadio. Dun Adramadio. How now, what is in you? Why dost thou tear it? A toy, my liege, a toy, your grace needs not fear it. It did move him to passion, and therefore let's hear it. It is Brown's writing, and here is his name. Ah, you whore son loggerhead, you abhorred to me shame. Guilty, my lord, guilty, I confess, I confess. What? That you three fools lacked me fool to make up the mess, he, and you. And you, my liege, and I are pick-purses in love, and we deserve to die. Oh, dismiss this audience, and I shall tell you more. Now the number is even. True, true, we are four. Will these turtles be gone? And sirs, away. Walk aside the true folk, and let the traitors stay. Sweet lords, sweet lovers, oh, let us embrace. As true we are as flesh and blood can be. The sea will ebb and flow, heaven show his face. Young blood doth not obey an old decree. We cannot cross the cause why we were born. Therefore of all hands must we be forsworn. What? Did these rent lines show some love of thine? Did they, quoth you, who sees the heavenly Rosaline, that, like a rude and savage man of Ind, at the first opening of the gorgeous east, bows not his vassal head and, stricken blind, kisses the base ground with obedient breast? What peremptory, eagle-sighted eye dares look upon the heaven of her brow that is not blinded by her majesty?
And her mom was also proud.
What zeal, what fury hath inspired thee now, my love? Her mistress is a gracious moon, seen attending scar, scarce seen a light. My eyes are then no eyes, nor I brow. Oh, but my love, day would turn to night. Of all complexions the culled sovereignty do meet as that of fair in her fair cheek, where several worthies make one dignity, where nothing wants that want itself doth seek. Lend me the flourish of all gentle tongues, fie painted rhetoric, oh, she needs it not. To things of sale a seller's praise belongs. She passes praise, and praise too short doth blot. A withered hermit, 50 winters worn, might shake off 50 looking in her eye. Beauty doth varnish age, as if newborn, and gives the crutch that cradles infancy. Oh, 'tis the sun that maketh all things shine. By heaven, thy love is black as ebony. Is ebony like her, a word divine, a wife of such would were felicity? Oh, who can give an oath? Where's a book that I may swear beauty doth beauty lack, if that she learn not of her eye to look? No face is fair that is not full so black. O paradox, black is the badge of hell, the hue of dungeons and the school of night. Beauty's crest becomes the heavens' well. Devils soonest tempt, resembling spirits of life. Oh, if in black my lady's brows be decked, if it mourns at painting and usurping hair, should ravish doters with a false aspect, and therefore she born to make black fair. Her favour turns the fashion of the days, for native blood is counted painting now, and therefore red, that would avoid dispraise, paints itself black to imitate her brow. To look like her are chimney sweepers black, and since her time our colliers counted bright, and Ethiops of their sweet complexion crack. Dark needs no candles now, for dark is light. Nor mistresses dare never come in rain, for fear their colour should be washed away. 'Twere good yours did, forsooth, to tell you plain, I'll find a fairer face not washed today. I'll prove her fair, or talk till doomsday here. No devil will fright thee then so much as she. I never knew man hold vile stuff so dear. Look, here's thy love, my foot and her face see. Oh, if the streets were paved with thine eyes, her feet were much too dainty for such tread. Oh, vile then as she goes, what upward lies the street should see as she walks over our head. But what of this? Are we not all in love? Nothing so sure, and thereby all forswore. Then leave this chat and good Brown, now prove our loving lawful and our faith not torn. Ay, marry, there's some flattery for this evil. Oh, some authority how to proceed, some tricks, some quillets how to cheat the devil, some salve for perjury. Ah, 'tis more than need. Have at you then, affections, men-at-arms, oh, we have made a vow to study, Lord, and in that vow we have forsworn our books. For when would you, my liege, or you, in leaden contemplation have found out such fiery numbers as the prompting eyes of beauty's tutors have enriched you with? Other slow arts entirely keep the brain, and therefore finding barren practisers, scarce show a harvest of their heavy toil. But love, first learned in a lady's eyes, lives not alone immured in the brain, but with the motion of all elements, courses as swift as thought in every power, and gives to every power a double power above their functions and their offices. It adds a precious seeing to the eye. A lover's eyes will gaze an eagle blind. A lover's ear will hear the lowest sound. When the suspicious head of theft is stopped, love's feeling is more soft and sensible than are the tender horns of cockled snails. Love's tongue proves dainty Bacchus gross in taste, for valor is not love a Hercules, still climbing trees in the Hesperides. Subtle as Sphinx, as sweet and musical, as bright Apollo's lute strung with his hair. And when love speaks, the voice of all the gods make heaven drowsy with harmony. Never does poet touch a pen to write until his ink were tempered with love's sighs. Oh, then his lines would ravish savage ears and plant in tyrants mild humility. From women's eyes this doctrine I derive. They sparkle still the right Promethean fire. They are the books, the arts, the academies that shall contain and nourish all the world, else none at all in art proves excellent. Then fools you with these women to forswear, or keeping what is sworn you will prove fools. For women's sake, a word that all men love, or for love's sake, a word that loves all men, or for men's sake the authors of these women are, or women's sake by whom we men are men. Let us once lose our oaths to find ourselves, or else we lose ourselves to keep our oaths. It is religion to be thus forsworn, for charity itself fulfills the law, and who can never sever law from charity? Saint Cupid then and soldiers to the field. Advance your standards, and upon them, lords, pell-mell down with them, but be first advised in conflict that you get the son of them. Now to plain dealing, lay these glozes by, shall we resolve to woo these girls of France. And win them too, therefore let us devise some entertainment for them in their tents. First, from the park let us conduct them thither, then home when every man attach the hand and of his fair mistress. In the afternoon, we will with some strange pastime solace then, such as the shortness of the time can shape for revels, dances, masks, and merry hours that wherefore run fair love, strewing her way with flowers. Oh, away, away, no time shall be omitted. That will be time, and may be us befitted. Alans, alans! Sound cockle reaps no corn, and justice always whirls in equal measure. Light wenches may prove plagues to men forsworn, if so our copper buys no better treasure.